is Amanda Craner, and I have been with Van Horn since 2017. This year, I will fully vest in the ESOP. I started as an accounting manager and have moved up to become the CFO of the organization. An ESOP is an employee stock ownership plan. It allows the company to disperse stock to all of our employees based on the amount of time that they've been with the business. And the amount of shares that they have is based on their annual salary or wages. So we cap that wage at $144,000 a year in order to equally disperse that amongst everyone in the organization. So there are roughly 6,000 businesses in the United States that are currently in ESOP, which really differentiates us. Only a handful of those are auto groups. So when you're trying to be competitive to get more employees, to retain them, it really sets us apart amongst the other auto dealer groups in the area. As an ESOP, we're able to take the percentage of the organization that's owned by the employees, so the 77%, and that is tax exempt. So we're able to keep that cash within our business and use it to continue growing, doing more transactions as we did this year with the Honda facility. So like all investments, they take time in order to grow, and over the last 5 years, we've more than doubled our share price. And our executive leadership and all the decision making that we do on a daily basis, we always keep it top of mind as what is this going to do to impact the share price.
My name is Jerry Johnson. I'm the Director of Human Resources. I have been with Van Horn just over a year, and I have just joined the ESOP, and I am super excited. When you work for an ESOP, of course you want the organization to be successful. People's thoughts start to change around what they're actually working for. Yes, we want the organization to be successful, but yes, the harder I work, I also am a part of that success, which brings my family along with that. My family is part of the success as well. And what that does with the culture is we're all in this together. My success is your success. I don't know that people really quite understand the importance and what this ownership can do for them in their future and for their families. We can't continue to look for people who already have the experience. We have to look for individuals that fit the culture first, that do want to be the team members. They do want to be part of the ESOP. They do want to fit the culture and promote the culture. The other things we can teach, but when they return, for one, we're happy that they're returning. They see the value in the organization. They come back and they say, you know what, that ESOP, it was amazing. I got this huge chunk of money. It really helped me in a certain part of my life. And now they're back and now they're doing it again, right? So it's when you hear those stories about people who have experienced that big check coming their way, it makes it a little more real for people.
My name is Gene Orozco. I've been a sales consultant here at the Van Horn Chrysler dealership in Plymouth for the last 10 years. When I first found out about the ESOP, I truly wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know what to expect or what was going to come from this. But as time passed, I definitely understood more about the program, and I'm proud that I started before the program. But also, I like to see new faces come in and learn more about the ESOP. I think truly now that it's been explained to the company and to myself, I definitely know what it stands for, and it makes me look forward to something at the end of my career here.
I'm Jenny Krebsbach. I'm the controller of the dealership group. I've been here 38 years and am fully vested. There's a couple words that stick out when I think of the ESOP. Retirement obviously is one. Free money is the big one. And what a great gift it was. When we talked about planning, or when Chuck was planning for the ESOP, it was so generous. Like, what owner does that? Gives it to his employees. And it's a great benefit. It's literally free money. And you don't have to do anything for it other than work here. A choice how this works, whether it's by increasing sales or doing referrals or getting inventory or saving on expenses. So I think culturally, it's making people buy in more and be proud of where they work and work harder at trying to adjust that bottom line and make it a better year. Again, you go back to that free money, and it certainly wasn't anything that I had planned on having years ago. And so now as retirement approaches, it could actually allow me to retire earlier and go and enjoy life and not be so worried about if I'm going to be able to afford to retire. You can still plan for your retirement, but this is just like an added bonus.
Roy Edwards, General Sales Manager, Van Horn Mazda. I've been here for 4 months, but I was with Van Horn 10 years prior. Well, the ESOP means to me that all the employees are vested in the company's success. They are all, I guess, take a little bit more ownership of the customer satisfaction index and what we need to do to make our guests happy. Coming back was really an easy decision. I mean, you look at it two ways. One, I have a really good understanding of how everything works here, so it's not really starting over. It's kind of plug and play. It would be really easy to assimilate back into the company. The ESOP, that had a huge part in coming back too, because I knew that what the ESOP was exactly and what's the benefits for the consumer and what's the benefits for the employees and how it all plays together, because it seems like everybody is a little bit more vested. Very surprised at how quick it was, how easy it was. I really didn't do anything, just it came in the mail and I was done.
Hi, I'm Chris Meyer. I'm a service manager here at Dodge in Plymouth, and I've been here for a little over a year, about a year and 3 months. So I think Van Horn has a good reputation. I think that the ESOP does have a part in that reputation. So that's what primarily attracted me. As I learned more about it, it was more and more intriguing to me to be able to learn about that and know that it's invested in my future, and it's not something that I other than owning it every day and just doing my job and doing it well, it's important to me to have a company that's willing to do that. You know, making sure I'm thinking long term, what does this look like in 5 years or 10 years? You know, what is the return on an investment when you're pouring into customers and guests that come through your door? What does that look like to you? And kind of just keeping that in mind as I make those decisions. Knowing that you're impacting yourself for the better, everything that you do each day is a massive, just a massive benefit.
I am Judy Gallion, and I worked at Van Horn Manitowoc as the cashier receptionist with Van Horn, I believe, 6 years. I really didn't know what it was, never heard of it, never knew anybody that had it around here, so it was nice not to have see it taken out of your check or like your retirement fund, or it's just there for you. And I think it took us a statement or two to see exactly what was happening. And even the other people I worked with were like, wow, did you get your statement? And we're all like, yeah. And we just were, it was really, truly, for me, it was unbelievable. And I was so grateful, to have that. So kind of a nice surprise, I have to say, The ESOP impacted my retirement plans by allowing me to see that there was this extra money that I had. It took some of the worry away from me. I think I would tell new employees that they need to see the big picture. They need to see what's going to happen down the road, and they should really look at it. It's a great plan. I am enjoying my retirement.